Good morning, fellow tubers. I'm a bit sad today because last night we heard about the passing away of one of our heroes in this country, Jerry Collins, an All Black and a gentleman. But anyway, I've been mucking around with. I had some. Well, I've got some. I'm not sure what you call it. It's an aluminium composite material, and I thought I might try and make a base plate or a stone guard from it. So I made a cardboard cutout of the bottom of the motorbike. I'll just show you how that's going to work. Okay, so what I did is put this taper on the cardboard, and that sits up into the frame. There's down a hole for the drain plug and two holes for the bolts at the back, but because it's so thin, I might just zip tie it to the frame and see how it sits first before I worry about anything like that. Okay, first of all, we'll put it on this aluminium composite material and outline my soon to be famous belly pan protector. Okay, first I'm going to try this jigsaw. It's an old jigsaw, so it's pretty blunt. So I've got a blade that they say is good for curve cut and metal. Well, it's metal and plastic, but we'll just see how it goes. Wow, I think that's what we'll be using. That blade there looks pretty good. Okay. Cut's not too bad either, but that'll do me for a rough and ready start. Now I've seen builders use a skill saw, but they're just cutting straight lines, so this is a bit curved. We'll see how we go, eh? Voila. So the edges are quite rough, but I'll just go over that with a file and see how we go. Interesting part is going to see if it bends. Probably not. I'll do this. Hoping we can bend it over here. That's a bit stiffer than I thought. I wonder if heat would help. Let's get a bit better. See how that looks in a minute. So now I'm going to try a little bit of heat to see if it bends any better. Heat's always good. I might just try that, see how we're looking on the bike. I've got a bit of a problem, it's cracking across here, but anyway, so that should fit up in there. It doesn't very well, I might have to take a bit more off it and then bend it. Oh, no, it's coming out. I'll have to take a bit more off that little tongue. Yeah, it needs bending about here. a bit more. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer, that. So obviously bent it too much. Anyway, I'll take some more and call it a prototype. Taking a bit more of here. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. And I bent it slightly down here, so we'll see how she goes this time. It goes up a little bit anyway. Yeah, that's better. That's better. It's going to hit the exhaust unfortunately because of that. And we can't have that, can we? Okay, what seemed to be a good idea at the time is probably not going to work out too well. I meant to do it more across here, but as you can see it cracks as well. But it fits quite nicely. And it's not hitting the exhaust. So what I thought I might just put some horrible zip ties in there. Lined it up and put a mark where the sump plug is. So if we line that up like that, we should be able to just drill that hole out. Well, that's where the sump plug will be. And we might as well do those at the same time. Cool bananas. Let's get the drill. Okay, I have the drill. Using a scientific method with the eyes, you line it up and then you put it in a setting that won't scratch it out. Here we try again. Go through the aluminum now. And there's that. Come on. Look at that. It's a hole. Let's get rid of that swarf. When I line that sump plug hole up, the two holes at the back for this main stand, I take it in line with that line there. I don't know if you can see that, which is not quite in line with those two holes I made before. So, I would say that if we whip across here scientifically, yeah, it's not too bad. Just go up slightly from those. Let's try and drill these holes with this. Hopefully they line up. Might be a bit big. I might have to use some rather large washers. Ta-da! Beautiful. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just strategically mark where I'm going to use the zip ties, because I've got the feeling I'm going to need to take this off. Mainly because of that. But anyway, so we line it up with our sump plug, which is there. There, that's it. Now those holes line up good, so that's excellent. So if we put one here, here, opposite sump plug there, and no, we might have to use those bolts after. I'll put one through there. Okay, so there's a mark. So if I just look at there, there. There she blows. Okay, start drilling. This drill is cheap and nasty. Don't buy cheap and nasty drills. I must have sharpened this drill, but it's wandering all over the place. Certainly would have liked to have been taught how to sharpen drill bits, because it saved a lot of money in the end. Sharpen them myself, but I only get about, I don't know, 50% of them any good. This is not too bad actually. Right. The holes drilled. Next comes painting. I'll paint the underside, and I think this here really needs some sort of deadening material on it, and I haven't decided what I'm going to use on there yet, so I'll have to think about that and come back to you. Now look what I found in the shed. $8.90 it cost me. God knows how many years ago. It's probably about $89 now, and there's a little bit left in there. I don't know if you can see, but it's a bit gunky. And it says you clean up paraffin, which I assume is kerosene. So I might just put a little bit of kerosene in there and see if we can soften it up a little bit. It says apply with a stiff brush. You need a very stiff brush. So I'll put some kerosene in there and we'll see what happens.
Mr. Carson, provides care and recovery essential to everybody's endeavours at this time. All Blacks manager Darren Shand remembers Jerry Collins as a really good fellow.
Yeah, one thing that really stood out to me was the time he was captain in Argentina, and he blew us all away at the post-match function. He spoke in Spanish, and all the Argentinians understood every single word.
That might be applicable. That's a better consistency. So what I might do is try and find a brush and apply it. Okay, so what I've done is spread the stuff all over the bottom with a spatula, because I don't think a brush would work too well. And we'll see how it goes. Probably just going to be a waste, but hey. We'll let it dry for a few hours and then zip tie it on, and I'll find some bolts that fit through there, and I'll need some bigger washers. I'll cut those holes a bit big really. We'll see how it goes. Lovely.